Hello architects, my name is Lunar and welcome to another Building with Lunar episode. Today is episode 16 and from my last How to Build Custom Trees episode, I have after that figured out how to actually do many better custom oak trees. Oak trees are very common, especially in your normal vanilla Minecraft worlds, and my last ones they looked pretty decent. Also here's all my designing stuff, but here is what my last one looked like. So here, look at that. They don't look bad, but in my opinion, they really don't look good enough to be a decent oak tree. They are decent and good-looking oak trees, but they do, especially this one, definitely do look a little odd here. This one, not too bad. However, it's not how we should, or how I should have been doing my oak trees. But I did figure it out because while on a stream for my hardcore world, I figured out a much better way to make custom oak trees. And custom oak trees are usually a little bit more thicker, actually, and they're not as thin or curvy or weird like that one. So I actually figured out a much better way to do it. So of course I'm going to use some normal oak planks. And you just want to start with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can depend. You can do it at any height. I'm going to do 5 blocks. You want to take your spruce fences and make sure, so the best leaf block that I've used for this is actually going to be dark oak leaves. I feel like they have the best connection instead of just your normal oak leaves. So I personally use dark oak leaves. I personally just think that they have a much better texture than your normal oak leaves, although they are very similar, just one's darker. This one's just a little bit brighter, so that's why I've been using dark oak leaves, so I recommend using these primarily. So we're going to go 5 blocks up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 on top. So that is like your basic little thing right there. Actually, I'm going to remove this one. So this is going to be 6, that's going to be 5. So the first thing you want to do is that you want to come to one side, and you want to begin achieving your own little branch here. So getting a good looking branch can be a little tricky, but just try and do your best, because nobody's perfect. Like that. I'm going to make mine a little bit more at an angle, so make sure that your natural builds do not have to be perfectly symmetrical. Nothing is going to be perfectly symmetrical when it comes to natural builds. Especially, like anything organic is going to be kind of its own little structure. So, I'm going to add in just a few more little branches and such. So this is how I've been doing mine recently. So I've definitely been branching out, pun intended, a little bit more with my skills. So I'm going to put a small little branch there, and now I'm going to come to this side, and I'm going to begin another branch here. So that's going to go to there. Now, what you can do is you can always take spruce fences. Spruce fences are absolutely great for almost any kind of limb. So of course here you're going to have that, and now you want to take spruce slabs and make little branches kind of coming out a little bit. So have something like this. You kind of want it to be like thick. You want it to be wider. You want it to be out and about. You don't want it to be so thin. So we can probably make another little branch right there. So the bottom, definitely still very thick, which is fine. Do not get me wrong, that is fine. This is perfect just the way that it can be. So like, look at this. You already got a nice solid base. I'm going to add in maybe just another one maybe there. Actually, let's just keep it connected to that. I'm going to get a spruce stair here. Place that there for the base, the very bottom. So basically like the little bits of roots there. I'm going to take one of those if you'd like and do that. Just like that. So that's basically the base of your oak tree there. Now you want to come up to the actual spruce fences. And you want to make little branches here. So making these branches helps quite a lot. And you don't want these to be too far out, but you also don't want them to be too little in. So I'm going to put that one there. So that actually looks probably as good as it can be. So this, in my opinion, is a good way to start out. So this doesn't have to be in any certain order. Like it's all over the place. It's gonna look like that. It does look a little weird right now, but once we add in the leaves, it'll definitely start to look better. When it comes to the leaves, you want to try and do a little bit more of like a kind of a very fluffy kind of thing. So you still want to be able to see the bottom here, but you still want to make sure that everything inside can also still be seen. So of course you still want to be able to see all throughout the tree. I mean, you don't want to see like everything going on all at once, but if from so far from this angle, this is already looking really, really good. So that is like the magic of having custom trees, is that like they give you a sense of realism, plus you also get a nice, great sense of achievement here. So being able to fluff it out, which is one of the most important things. You still want to be able to see the limbs of the trees, of course, but you basically want to try and do your best. Practice does make perfect, so you want to keep doing that. Do as best as you can all the way around the tree. And if you don't like it, then continue going around the tree and just trying to find something that you like, and you can always still make adjustments to it. Alright, so if you have been able to figure out how you want your oak tree to look, it could and hopefully should come out to something a little quite rounded out, actually. And you can see how you can still see the branches in there. You can still see, like, there's still gaps going all the way around the tree that help show off the branches on the inside. So that's a very key part of it, especially from this angle. I can see a little bit more of the branch on that side. Making sure you have a nice base. You can always also have like fences coming down on like all sides actually. So it all really kind of just works together. So this, in my opinion, has to be my favorite custom tree probably ever. Now that I have been able to experiment a little bit more with it, it has definitely improved. It is definitely a huge improvement of my last how to make a custom oak tree, but this is personally absolutely amazing, and I absolutely love it. And I hope that you love this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you really did enjoy it, make sure you're subscribed, hit the like button, share it with a friend if they also would like to learn how to make custom trees, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.